All right, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are going to talk about a super fast technique that we can do on the acoustic or electric guitar, and it's super, super easy. Just about anybody can do it, and it sounds great. It's also a very good way to work on your synchronization between your right hand and your left hand. So here's what we're going to do. We've got our acoustic guitar. We are in standard tuning, right? E, A, D, G, B, E, okay? Now, we're only going to play two strings, okay? The low E and the A, all right? We're only going to actually pick the low E, okay? What we're going to do on the A string is a simple hammer on and pull off, right? Hammer on, pull off. Now, I'm going to teach you the technique first, then I'm going to show you two ways to really spice this up, and it's going to be awesome, so stick around, all right? So here we go. We're going to start this with a hammer on the 7th fret of the A string and a pull off right there. That's it. Okay? Now what we want to do is we want to try to do it into like a beat, right? A consistent beat. Okay, got that? That's all we're doing. Hammer on, pull off, hammer on, pull off. Okay, use whatever is the strongest finger on your left hand. Could be your index finger, could be your ring finger. We know it's not your pinky finger, right? But I use my middle finger. Now, in between the hammer-offs and pull-offs, we are going to pick just that low E string. That's the only string we're actually picking with our right hand. Start off with a hammer-on, pull-off, pick. Hammer-on, pull-off, pick. Hammer-on, pull-off, pick. Hammer-on, pull-off, pick. All right, now we want to try to do it with like the same amount of space in between each note that we hear. Just a constant 3 notes, and then you can build up to get faster and faster and faster. Now, I said 2 ways to spice it up. There's actually 3, right? That's the technique. We want to work on doing that cleanly, not hitting too many strings at once. You don't want to be like, right? You don't want to hit more than those 2 strings. And you really concentrate on just picking the low E. That's what makes it easy, because you don't have to pick the A string. It's not a pull-off pick, pull-off pick. It's a hammer-on, pull-off pick. Okay? Hammer-on, pull-off pick. Okay? Now that we've got that, here's the first way to spice it up a little bit. Take that 7th fret and maybe go down to the 5th fret. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget your right hand, right? Now we can move all over the fretboard to whatever note on the A string sounds like it's in tune, right? And you're going to start feeling that one finger start to get tired. That's basically the technique in a nutshell. Now, here's another way to spice it up, right? Instead of just playing different notes up and down on the A string, spice it up by going into a different tuning. The first easy one to go into would be drop D. So let me get into drop D. I'll be right back. All right, we're back, and I am in drop D, right? Our low E is now D. It's down to D. So we've got D, A, D, G, B, E, okay? All right, now, here's where it gets spicy, right? We can do the same stuff, but because that low E string is down on D, it sounds a little bit darker, a little bit more ominous, and has a little bit more body to it, right? So same riff, 7, 5, 7, 5. Maybe we go down to 3 and 2, okay? So all right. Now, the third way to spice things up, open E tuning. Everybody should appreciate open E tuning. It's one of the best tunings ever. So let's check that out. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. We are in open E tuning. What's open E? It's when you play all of the open strings and it sounds like an E chord, right? Okay, so we've got E, B instead of A. It's a whole step up. B, E instead of D, right? A whole step up. And then G sharp. Your G string is up a half a step to G sharp. And then we've got B and E, just like standard. Okay, so now the best part about doing this in open E is that you're not confined to just the low E and the A string, because every open string is in tune. It's in the key, right? So let's start off with what we know, and we can fiddle around. And I'm not trying to teach you anything specific. I'm trying to teach you a technique so you can apply it to whatever you're working on, right? You can create your own magic with this. Now let's try to skip a string, right? Let's try to hammer on and pull off on the D string, which in this tuning is actually another E, okay? But what we know is the D string, right? Let's hammer on and pull off on that string, but keep picking the low E. Right? Let's try another string. I'm not sure how well the G sharp string will work, but let's give it a try. Again, only picking the low E. Let's try the B string. How about the high E? That's a little, my finger's starting to get tired and it's a little bit more difficult, right? I like that way that sounds though. All right, so there it is. I hope you guys enjoy it. That's pretty much it. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Keep practicing, and I will see you next time.